Hello, John aka Chicken Fillets here, and you know what I did this year in 2023? I managed to get through some of my backlog. That's mental, isn't it? And you know what? It felt fantastic to actually tackle some of these games. Now what I'm aiming to do next year is, well, to do the same. Now what I've done is I've had a look at my backlog and I've prioritised 5 games that I really need to get through in 2024. So with that in mind, let's have a look at my top 5 backlog JRPGs of 2024. Let's have a look at the list.
The Doof Chronicle, the strategy JRPG which was released in 2022 by Square Enix. Now if you remember back in 2022, Square Enix seemed to release a JRPG every other week, so you can understand why this is in my backlog. Now in the Doof Chronicle we are following a mercenary group called the Blue Foxes, who are wrapped up in the act of war. Now, as I mentioned previously, it is a strategy JRPG, but it's not similar to the likes of your Fire Emblem. No, this is real-time strategy. Now, yes, I am aware that this JRPG is a mixed bag overall with the likes of the combat and the graphical style of this game. But from what I have played from the demo, which was available on the Nintendo Switch, I really enjoyed my time with it. So that's why I actually picked up this JRPG. Also, the artwork for this box is gorgeous. I absolutely love this sort of art style which is used by Square Enix for many of their smaller titles. So that is the Doof Chronicle kicking off this backlog list. Oni Naniki, the action JRPG which was created by Tokyo RPG Factory and published by Square Enix back in 2019. Now in this action JRPG, our protagonist will be helping spirits who are lost and help them reach the other side. And the combat I feel with this game is slick and fast paced, and it also gives me Yeast vibes as well, funnily enough. Now you might be going, hold on, how do you know all this if this is in your backlog? Well, I got this on the back of playing the demo which was on the Nintendo Switch. And like my previous entry, I really enjoyed my time with the demo, so I wanted to pick this game up physically. But if you kept an eye on the release of this game, well, it was limited in its release for some bizarre reason. However, this year I finally managed to get a copy of this physically for the Nintendo Switch at a really good price. Now, I am an absolute sucker for Tokyo RPG Factory games. The likes of I Am Setsuna and Lost Sophia I place in very high regards. So you know what? I have full faith that this game will be up in the same leagues as those two games. Metal Max Reborn, the remaster of Metal Max Xeno, which was released on the PlayStation 4 and was also a PS Vita game in Japan. Now, from my understanding of this game, this has vehicular combat and also has turn-based combat as well. And we'll follow our ragtag protagonists as they look to reclaim the barren post-apocalyptic wastelands of Tokyo Bay. Now, Metal Max Xeno is a game which has eluded me for a long time. I remember when this got announced for the PlayStation Vita, and I really wanted it to come to the West, but we never got that port. And yes, I know that it came to PlayStation 4 over in the West, but I prefer playing my JRPGs handheld. So you can imagine my excitement when Metal Max Xeno Reborn was announced and there was a Switch port also announced with that as well. I was absolutely ecstatic because I knew I'd finally get this JRPG which had eluded me for a long time. However, funnily enough, it's still eluding me just now because it's sat on the backlog, and that's purely because I've had other games on my plate to play, whether it's been reviews or whether it's been tackling other backlog games. Either way, this is a JRPG I'm excited to get through in 2024. Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream. Now, if I get through this game, this will be the first Atelier game that I will have completed. It isn't my first rodeo with an Atelier game, but I really am focused on completing this one. Now, the game focuses on Sophie, our mage who has been whisked away into a dream world. Now, with any Atelier games, well, you will expect turn-based combat and you will have crafting mechanics out the wazoo. Now, I bought this one on the recommendation from the Kiseki Nut. I got him involved with a collaboration on my channel and he highlighted this JRPG. And after doing loads of editing on this video and hearing the battle music loads and loads and loads, it made me actually pull the trigger on buying this game. Now, you may have picked up that I said that it wouldn't be my first rodeo with an Atelier game. Now, the reason for this is that I have tried to get into the Atelier series before, and I've just struggled getting into it. And what I really hope this will do for me in 2024 is open up the door for other Atelier series, which I will actually get excited for and play. Now, before we get onto my number one pick, these honourable mentions are all PlayStation titles that I hope to get through if I get the time. Star Ocean: The Divine Force, the 6th entry in the Star Ocean series, and it is actually a JRPG which I have actually started playing on the PlayStation 5. But like a dog chasing a squirrel, I saw something shiny and came away from the game pretty quickly. More than likely it was probably Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I actually started my playthrough as Raymond on this game and I was actually really enjoying my time with it. But what had actually happened was I came up against a boss and the difficulty spike just went through the roof all of a sudden and maybe put me off a wee bit, but realistically I should get back into this JRPG. Forspoken, the action JRPG which killed Luminous Productions and was published by Square Enix. Now, in this, we follow Frey, who has been transported to a whimsical world of Athia. In this, you will be traversing the open world with magic-enhanced parkour and be using magic to blast away those enemies. Now again, similar to Star Ocean, I did actually start playing it this year. But again, something shiny popped up and I stopped playing it. So realistically, I really want to get back into this game and complete it because, you know what, I was really enjoying it and it really doesn't deserve as much hate as it gets. Judgment. Now, a lot of people may say that this isn't a JRPG. Well, I am adding it into this list because this is actually a game which I have been working through for a couple of years now, but every time I get back into it, something shiny grabs my attention and then I lose focus with it and drop it. But the thing is, I really enjoy playing as Yagami, being the detective, and also fighting with that slick combat in this game. And also this game is just utterly filled to the brim with mini-games. Judgment is really a game that I need to get back into. Now, with everything said, let's see the game I have to complete next year. Triangle Strategy, the HD 2D tactical JRPG from Square Enix. The tactical JRPG which focuses in on war-torn countries where every decision will alter the game. Triangle Strategy has been highlighted to me many times that this is an essential JRPG that I should have played by now. And the thing is, I have actually tried to play it this year, but what I was finding difficult was that the start point of this game was really long. What it felt like it was cutscene after cutscene after cutscene before you even got to a battle. And that was really throwing me off. But what I have been told is once you get past this, the story really opens up and the gameplay sinks right into your skin. And listen, it is an HD 2D game. These games are gorgeous, absolutely stunning. So I've got no excuse not to play it when it looks like that, don't I? Triangle Strategy has been prodding me in the back going, come on, get me played. And in 2024, I'm going to make this my top priority to get this game completed. If you have played Triangle Strategy, well, let me know what your thoughts on this game are down below in the comments. So there we have it. There are my top 5 Backlog JRPGs of 2024. What game in your backlog are you looking to complete next year? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you like what you're hearing and seeing on the channel, please help me grow it by liking, sharing and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillet, well, hit that notification bell. This has been John, aka Chicken Fillet, and until next time, tatty bye!